Is there a good way to contact your team for updates of the sites? You can contact me for now, but I'm gonna make a contact form on the site. We want to know what clients they closed though, right? Or how much they charged for that client. So do you just hope that you're partnering with trusty business owner? Yeah, if you do a 10% commission, then you won't truly know. You're just putting the trust on the business owner to give you the right amount. If the business owner is smart, he would pay you handsomely because you also let them know, hey, like I generally know how much I should be making for a site like this because I've done it in other cities. And if a business owner, for whatever reason, can't close at a high enough percentage, then I tend to look for other business owners. So, yeah, with the 10%, you do have to trust them, but you just really have to feel it out. I still done plenty of commissions where business owners like literally texting me every time they close a job because they're excited and they want to get me excited. But if you just do a straight paper call, then you wouldn't really even have to worry about that either. You can do both. So if you do 10% commission and you generate 30 leads, and then the business owner only cuts you a check for like $300, if you calculate $30 value for each of those leads, you generated 30, you should have made $900. Yeah, the numbers are way off at that point. Or wait, it's actually a lot more than 30 leads for 900, but you get my point. WBS, is it similar to the conversation you'll have with the 50/50 deal and your team tracks it, ups the leads amount they pay and does a flat fee later? Is this a service you provide? Basically, that's what we're going to be doing. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of pay per lead deals because once we land some pay per lead deals, and then we're going to be tracking them as well. If they're not answering their phones, we're going to be after them. We're literally creating a whole team around this. It's not just going to be one salesperson. Eventually, if the lead volume is very consistent, then we'll go for the flat fee. However, if we feel that the site has more potential for growth, that it can generate more leads, then we'll definitely reach out to whoever that site owner is and say, hey, we got you a pay per lead deal. The business owner is paying for every lead, and I think you can do this and this more to the site to increase the leads. Christian says you call the client, then you are on commission. I'm not sure what you're asking there. Yeah, Yuri, you can watch this later. Christian, yeah, we're gonna literally be talking to the business owner direct. To make sure jobs are getting paid. No, most likely we're not gonna be hunting down business owners. At scale, that's almost impossible, right? To hunt down business owners and hey, how much you make off of this job. What we're gonna do is we're gonna strike a very good pay per lead model just in most of these markets. So that regardless of whether they close XYZ deal or not, we're gonna get paid because we won't have. Yeah. And then if they're not picking up their phones and then the real leads are getting generated, they're going to get replaced with somebody else that can answer the calls and we're going to get paid for every lead that's going to be generated. That's the goal. I think that's where we have the most amount of control. Again, if you're a one-man show and you only have 5 lead gen sites and 5 websites, it's a lot easier to build that relationship and talk to the business owner and, hey, this lead was like a high quality lead. Like, how much did you earn? You could have a little bit more of that contact going on, but at scale, that becomes pretty difficult to do that. Tracy asks, how do you determine how much to charge for pay per lead? Tracy, I just went over that calculation. If you watched a little bit earlier, I went over if you can calculate it by average cost of each job, the close percentage, and then dividing it by the lead. All right, so bathroom remodeling, right? Nationwide contract, pay per lead model or pay per lead. So it's a unique opportunity where you won't really even need to stress about finding a client. If it's bathroom remodeling, we have clients that can pay day one. So let's do some niche research, right? And I already picked up a few here just to show you guys that there's plenty of markets where the competition is like pretty weak. Even the map listing here, Fort Wayne, Indiana is like pretty weak, right? 2747. But in my opinion, like when you're just getting paid per lead, like you don't even sometimes need the map listing. You have to understand that map listing is goes by the zip code, meaning that even if you get a map listing in one location, if somebody searches from like the other side of Fort, like your map listing is most likely not going to show up. So just keep that in mind. Map listing is not an end all be all. It is a lead gen source, but it only oftentimes ranks near proximity to that searcher. So in my opinion, the website is still very important, arguably more important than a map listing. If you have a map listing with this amount of reviews, yeah, that's a very powerful asset. But if you just started a map listing in one location versus a website that can rank for multiple keywords, like the website, it's going to generate more leads.